everybody. It has been a little while. If you, first of all, welcome to those who are here today, and to all those that don't know me, my name is Sherry. This channel is called the Junk Journal Haven by GLITZglamourGLAM. I'm so thankful that you're here. A couple videos back, I started showing you guys how to go ahead and start your altered book so that you can make it into a journal, and how to get these pages started. I will link that video at the end of this journal, at the end of this video, so that for those of you who haven't seen that video, you guys can go back and see how to do that. But today I just wanted to go ahead and show you my next step, as I've went ahead and I finished getting this book prepped, all the pages torn out that I'm not going to use. I have done that part, paper clipped everything, and the next step, I want to do a few things with you, show you what my next step is, and then also go ahead and do my first page with you guys, so you guys can get an idea how this process works a little bit better, and hopefully you guys can make your own altered book journal. So first of all, I'm going to use this Ground Espresso Distress Oxide from Tim Holtz, and I'm going to use this little tool here, like a dabber tool, to apply my oxide with. And you see how white this page is? I personally want it to look more vintage. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to go ahead and ink up with my oxide ink all these really white edges. And I'm going to make them look more vintage. If you don't like the vintage look, obviously you can skip this part, and you don't have to do this part. So, but personally, I think it just adds to the character of the journal and just makes it look that much better. So this is my next step that I do in my journaling process. I just go through and I ink all of these pages up, the edges of these pages, so that when whatever's showing on the edge, for one thing, which most of the time, make sure I'm in, yeah, most of the time, not much is going to be showing, because I'm going to cover the majority of these pages with other papers, but a lot of times the edges will show. And then when you close the book like this, all of this will look vintage. It will be, instead of stark white like that, it will be vintage looking. Let me get another book and show you what I mean. So this is another one that I am previously working on still. So I have done half of the pages. So you see the difference on what that looks like. These ones have all been inked and these ones have not. So that's the difference that it makes on those pages. So if you like that vintage look, then I would suggest you ink all your edges, because that is going to happen when you do. And it will just look that much better. You could do this process while you're watching your Christmas movies. I know Thanksgiving isn't here yet, but a lot of people have started putting their Christmas stuff up already. I want to start putting mine up, but first I need to get all my fall stuff down. I'm just not as fast as a lot of people. I've watched some people's YouTube channels and they're so like on it. They get everything out and started with new, like immediately on to the next season. And I'm still on autumn. I haven't quite got off that yet. So I do love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday personally. But I don't really like skipping to it too much. Like, I like to gradually bring in the Christmas season because, you know, we still have Thanksgiving to celebrate, and you don't want to, gyp yourself of your Thanksgiving. You want to be able to celebrate that without worrying about Christmas so much. Some people start their Christmas shopping, though, I know, before, like as soon as Christmas is over, they go hit all the sales and they're starting their shopping for next year. I think sometimes Christmas is a little commercialized, but it's commercialized for a reason, because people love to be able to give at Christmas time to other people that they care about, or maybe that are less fortunate than they are. It's just a way of showing that you care. So not everybody can give the gift of buying a gift, but almost everyone can make somebody something. Make them some cookies, or make a journal. If you don't want to spend the time to make an entire journal, maybe make them some bookmarks or some tags, or a traveler's journal, something, or a mini journal even. Something that's not so complicated. I personally want to make I have a lot of sisters. There's 10 girls in my family, and I personally wanted to make all my sisters one of these, and it's a very slow process, because when you're personalizing something, I just think it takes that much longer to do it, because you have to try to find things that fits their personality and what you think they would like, which can be a lot harder sometimes than just putting, like, oh, you see some scrap paper that you like or whatever, and you use that theme. You know, when you're trying to personalize it for someone else's taste, it can be a little more challenging, but it makes it that much more special too, I think, in the end, because they're getting something that they really love, and something that they'll probably cherish for many, many years to come. So anyways, I hope everyone's doing well. There's been a lot of stress, I know, going on in our country because of all the elections and different things, and I just think we all need to de-stress and do some art. And how much better the world would be if we all could just make it prettier with art, right? No, I don't want to really talk politics, but I do know that it's caused a lot of stress for a lot of people, and I think that you should do everything you can to take care of yourself during this time, and try not to be too stressed out about it. Do what you can to pamper yourself and make sure that you're not allowing the stress to get to you. Okay, so you guys get the idea. I think that's enough to just do on camera, because I want to do maybe a page or two with you guys of decorating these, so you kind of, and maybe even 3 pages. So, I have some kits here that I got online, and also I think, maybe I don't have my own kits here, but I have some kits that I got online. This one's from Ginger Journals. I'm not sponsoring them. I bought them, but I just thought they were cute. So I thought they would be cute for these journals. This is kind of Halloween most of this is Halloween, so, but I thought it was cute with all the pumpkins since there's pumpkins on the front of this. I love the moon, the big moon. There's just a lot of really cute vintage cards in here. So I really like that. Hopefully you guys can see those. I might have been off camera. These are super cute. I need to cut them out. I haven't done that yet. So we won't go through all of them right now because we're not going to be decorating the pages with those. Those are more like ephemera that will probably go inside the journals when I'm done. But let's see what else we have here. I kind of want something that's more fallish and not so Halloweenish. But everything I printed out kind of has a Halloween vibe to it. Now, I just want to talk to you about this. So if you want these altered books to be more of a writing journal or a paste or a writing journal, you might want to print some journaling kits that have some lined paper on them or blank sides for the person to, like it has a border around it like this does, but it has a middle where that person that gets the journal has room to journal or decorate whatever they feel like doing in their journal. So this one I think is really cute. It has a lot of potential. It is kind of Halloween-y. Some of them can be fall or Halloween. I don't remember who this Etsy shop was from, but I can find out. And these ones, some of these I printed on this color paper just to see the difference and what it would make it look like. And I really liked the effect. So as you'll see, I printed quite a few on that, but I'm not sure I'm going to use that yet, but I might. And then, let's see, what else do I have? What else here? We will find something that we want to use, I promise. These are cute. Oh, I think I really like these ones. These ones are more what I was looking for. Kind of autumn. It's just a really cute. Looks like a lot of this is just ephemera too, though. I don't know about pages for this. But it has a lot of autumn. Oh, there we go. There's some pages. So, I'm going to put the ephemera part away for now. And again, I'll try, I think these might be my porch prints, but I'm not positive. So I will try to find that out and link them below in the comments, not the comment section, but the description section of my video. So these are really cute autumn papers. I think I'm going to start with these because I just think they're cute and very autumn. So we will start with these ones. Okay, so what I do is I go ahead and rip the edges off if you have white edges, if you don't have a borderless printer, or you can't get your system to print borderless, which I have a hard time doing. I noticed, though, the other day, if I print from my phone to my printer, it's borderless. So I might start printing more things from my phone, just for that reason. Oh, it looks like there's more tags here. These are really just cute, though. I like these full pages because you can decorate them, you know, and it's kind of just like a background page. It's a cute envelope. I think some of these I had printed one thing on one side. Oh, yeah. So some of these, I have the envelope printed on one side and then a print printed on the other side because I want that print to be on the inside of the envelope. So I have to be careful not to use the ones that I have envelopes printed on one side. Some of these I printed on both sides because I wanted to use them in a journal that you would use double-sided on. That's another thing you can do when you buy kits from people on Etsy. I sell kits. I have a lot that I'm still working on that I have not posted in my shop yet. So in the future you will see more. But you know, with these you can print them how you want them. You can print them double-sided, or you can just print on one side and then use them inside the book. So we'll start with, I want to cover this, so we're going to cover that. I'll probably cover both of these and both of those. I'm just thinking, what do I want to do here? Alright, so I think with those ones, I want to start with a really cute theme. I don't know, this might be cute. This is my process, you guys. I just sit and look at things for a while. It's probably why I'm so slow, because it takes me a while to figure out what I like. It's kind of cute too, but I think I like this one. So, what I'm going to do with this page, I'm just going to show you. I'm going to set my book aside for now. And I'm going to get my tear ruler, which is this. This is from We Are Memory Keepers. It's a tear ruler. I like it. It works for what I want it to do, which is tear, and it gives it that serrated edge. So I know a lot of people already know about these, but some people don't. If they're new to scrapbooking, they may not know. So trick is getting this to rip without it coming out. Alright. So even if you have a printer that prints the whole thing, you may want to do this just so that you don't have a straight edge. You might want a more shredded, or serrated. I don't know how to say that word. I don't think I'm saying it right, but you know what I mean. A more uneven edge, like that. And I'm going to do this one. Sometimes when you start getting really good at ripping the edges, you can do more than one paper at a time. I haven't done this for a while now. I took a break, and now I'm kind of rusty again. But sometimes you can do 2 or 3 at the same time. Okay. So there's that. I did rip it a little bit, but I'm going to be gluing it down anyways. You'll barely see that. Now I'm going to go right down the middle. If you want to be real precise, you can always measure. So this is, each square is 1 inch, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 2 small squares. So that would be 5 and 1 square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which would be, sometimes you'd find that These are not right down the middle where they have their lines, but this one's pretty accurate. I'll go ahead and rip that like that. Okay, so we've got our first two for the first 2 pages. Now, I'm going to go ahead and glue these into my book. I can get the page where it's supposed to be. I always forget that I have this and I can use it. So, I'll leave that there, and then I'm going to get a glue stick. Where are my glue sticks? There they are. Alright, and I think I'm going to get a couple book pages to glue on. So I'm going to use some pages from a book that I've already ripped up to kind of catch the edge of my glue with. Sorry, I'm clearing my throat. It's just, my throat's felt kind of dry and like, I don't know if there's something in the air today. So, I hope you guys, I'm going to move my book a little bit up here so you guys can see better, hopefully. Trying to see if you guys, yeah. So, I'm taking my glue stick, and before I start that, I want to make sure I have my art glitter glue ready to go. Where is it? I'm not very organized right now. Okay, and I have my art glitter glue because I always use a glue stick to do the main gluing of the page. So I cover the whole thing with a glue stick. And the reason I use a glue stick is because it doesn't wrinkle the page. Whereas if you put wet glue on there, then your page will wrinkle. Plus, the glue stick sometimes will give you a little bit more time to kind of maneuver. But I put plenty and plenty of glue on there because I want this to stay down. I don't want it lifting. So I'm going to take that, and then I'm actually going to take my art glitter glue next. I'm going to go around, that came out fast. Just a little line around the edge of my paper, like so. That needs to be kind of pushed out so it doesn't glob all over the place. Then I'm going to take my book and, oh, you know, one step I forgot to do, you guys, which it's not a big deal, but I usually ink the edges of these papers. I can kind of go back and do that even once it's glued down, but so I go ahead and I try to center that as much as possible into my book, like that. And I didn't get that real straight, so I'm going to try again. Because that will bug me if I don't. And it's okay that this space is here because you will see what I do later on to take care of that. I do cover up the edges of the book as well. Most of the edges. I come back and do that later on though. If you don't want to have to worry about doing that later on, you could always get a smaller book. I kind of like the bigger books just because I think, you know, if I were journaling in it, I would want the pages to be a little bit larger myself. So I have plenty of room to journal or to put pictures or whatever. So I tend to think when I'm getting a journal, when I'm getting a book for a journal, I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking, okay, is this a good book? Is this a good size for journaling? Okay, so then we take this and do the same thing. If you guys don't want to watch every little detail, you can always forward this part. I get it. Because I forward a lot too. I'm just going to be honest here. Sometimes when it's just little details, you're like, okay, I got it. Don't need to watch you do every little step. And then you just go around the edge again with your art glitter glue or any PVA glue that you have, but try to keep it a real small line of it. I just like art glitter glue because it seems to hold really well. And I want these to hold down really well. So now I'm going to go ahead and put this one on. And I'm trying to make it be about the same as the other one. Okay, like that. So there's our first page. Now, if you'd like to, you can grab an old credit card or something like that and just go like this. Don't use a new credit card because you don't want people having your information. No. But that just straightens up the paper, so. Okay. There, it's on nice and smooth. I don't like that that's coming up a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and put a tiny dot of art glitter glue. And then what I was saying is I forgot to do those edges. Honestly, you don't even have to do this yet, but I do like to do, so I'm just using it at kind of an, oh, that's the wrong, get the right one here. I'm just going to kind of do the edges here like so. And then once I'm done doing that, I will show you what I do with these edges here. Okay, so let's get this covered up. One thing that is good for edges like this is washi tape, if you have any. I do happen to have some out here already, so I'll just use what I have out. Or at least try to find something that I want to use that I have out already. Okay, so I kind of like this one. It's very kind of woodsy looking. But you can just take your washi tape if you want. You don't have to do washi tape. You can do pieces of scrap paper if you want, whatever you want to edge this with. I have to find the end of this though. Where's the end? Okay, there it is. Oh my goodness, this is sticking really well. Okay. Alright, so just kind of measure it this way. Say, okay, I like it right about there. And just rip. If you want to be more precise, you can always cut it. If there's some hanging off, you can always go back later on and cut that more even. This one's kind of see-through a little bit, but that doesn't bother me because I may come here later and put pockets on here or a little cluster, you know, on one of the edges or something. But this is just the starting process, you guys. This is getting the papers onto your pages. And later on, you can embellish more. You don't have to do all your embellishing right up front. Okay. Another thing you can do, if your washi tape that you use does not stick down well, this one seems like it's sticking really well. But if sometimes washi tape does not stick very well, like this one's kind of coming up a little bit, you can always take your art glitter glue later on and just go ahead and put a little art glitter glue down where it's coming up and stick it down real good so that it doesn't come up. I always go through all my journals before I give them to someone and make sure that I have made sure everything's sticking down real well. Because sometimes they get missed when you get in your journaling mode. And okay. Okay. That one's a little too long, so I don't want it to be too close to that edge that it's getting all smushed up anyways. Then you can go in with your scissors and get those little edges off that are hanging there. If they're bugging you, which they bug me, so I always get them off. So that's just a basic page. And we will do one more. Let's say, so that's the start, okay? These pages, I like to leave a blank page for people to write on. I might put pockets here later or something, but, and I might put a little embellishment here and leave this down for people to, whoever gets this journal, to write on too. We'll just see what I feel like doing once I'm getting closer to getting done. But we will go to one of these pages that are paper clipped together now, so you guys can see why we paper clip them. I already showed you the process of getting all the papers out from the middle and then paper clipping them the way you want the pockets to be. So this one, the paper clips at the top because we're going to have a top pocket here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this edge and this edge first, and then just with a light, well, a thin line of glue. Like so. Okay. And then I like to take them and put them up together this way, just so that they stick more evenly together. And once you do that, you have a pocket. You have a hidden pocket, or you can do a little notch here with a hole punch, and so that people know it's a pocket. Either way, but I like to do the notches myself. And then you decorate the pages. So we will get another page to decorate with. And I think maybe this one would be cute on there. Well, no, because I'm going to do a notch, so that bottom would be cut off a little bit. So maybe instead, I will do this one here. I'm going to leave this one blank so people can, maybe, I don't know, because that writing's kind of coming through a little bit. But, that's what I'm going to do. My husband needs me, so hold on one second. Okay. He said he doesn't need me after all. I don't think he knew I was videoing. Okay, so we're going to do the same process. we're going to tear the page. I'm just going to tear this page off so that I can get this one on there. I do not save all these little tiny scraps. I throw them away. You can have, like, I do have a box of these tiny scraps that I want to try to make homemade paper with one of these days. But I have not gone down that road yet of my creative line. But I am working my way up to it. I'm going to do it one day. And you guys will probably see what I do. Alright. So on this one, before I start gluing it in, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just getting all these big white edges off. I'm going to go ahead and ink it. But first I'm going to put my pen in my glue so that it doesn't dry out. Okay, so I'm going to ink the edge of this. You also can use a book page underneath, which helps. So you can just go like this. And then you can use this book page later on for your crafting. And it will already have stuff on it, so you can spritz it or whatever. Add more color to it. But you've already got to start because you have oxide on it already. I know some people don't do all this. Maybe they don't have the patience, or maybe they don't like it. I don't know, but I just think it adds that little touch to it that it just makes it that much more fun to look at. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and, well, first I'm going to get my book back so that I have it ready. And this is the page here. So I'm going to glue this down real quick. Where did I put my glue stick? I am always losing my glue stick. Okay. I have ADD, you guys. I'm attention deficit. And I am guilty of always losing things because of it. All right. Do that. And then we're going to take the art glitter glue and get those edges. I just cleaned this tip out not very long ago. It's already giving me problems again. Okay. Come on, come on. I'm sorry, you guys. This is really not wanting to cooperate. Okay, let's try it again. Guess I'm going to have to clean that tip out again, even though it hasn't been very long since I did it last time. Okay. Okay, so then take it, do the same thing. Just glue it down. Take your card that you're using to smooth it out really well. Make sure those edges are down good. And then set it aside and do your next paper. If you want to, you can always rip a bunch of pages ahead of time before doing this process so that you have them all ready. Sometimes I do that. Obviously, I didn't do it today. Okay. Now I'll get this paper and do the edging again. You know, so many people are already doing their Christmas projects, but I just have not. Oh, this is the wrong one. I keep grabbing the wrong one, but it doesn't matter really that much. That one had charcoal color on it, which you can't really tell too much. But I have not been able to, as of yet, get to where I'm so far ahead that I can have 10 projects in the making and ready to go way before Christmas. Maybe it's because I haven't been doing this long enough, I don't know, but some people are really good about doing that. I'm not one of them. Okay. All right, here we go. So this one's going to go here. And same thing, I'm just going to go ahead and put this under here, glue my page. Obviously, I'm not going to do every page on camera because that would take a very long time. I will come back with this journal at a later time. I'm probably going to skip to my Christmas journals here soon. And this will probably go in my Etsy shop, if it goes in my Etsy shop. I might give it to a family member, I don't know yet. But I will probably skip to my Christmas journals here soon so that I can get those going, because I started them last year, but then I got an order to make a lot of journals and I put them all on hold for those other journals. So I have some Christmas journals that I've already started, and most of them are altered books like this. Some of them are a little bit different altered books. They're not the kind where you leave the pages in, you take all the pages out and put new pages in. So that'll be interesting to show you. Okay, so just glue that down. Okay. And then once you have that done, you can go ahead and edge if you want to. I think I will. I think I'll maybe put this on there. Or this might even look cute. Yeah, I like this. It kind of goes with the mushrooms, the little dots, I think. So let's do this one. I think it's cute. All right. So I will put this one on here like this. There we go. And then down here, do the same thing. I just think that makes it look really wispy and cute. I don't know. I like it. It goes with the mushroom, in my opinion. All right. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut the excess off of this. Go ahead and turn my page so I can cut this. Make it even. Even Steven. Okay. Like that. Like so. Well, it doesn't look like I did the edges of this one yet. So I'll go ahead and do those edges too. If you already have something decorated too and you need to edge it later, you can always put like a book page behind it if you're worried about getting this on something that's behind it. You don't want to get this on there. Okay, so got that down like that. Okay, that's really cute. And then I think for this page, we'll go ahead and keep with the theme and do the dots again. Because I like this one with this woodsy feel, mushrooms. Okay. All right, now cut the excess off. Okay, and now that I have the edges on there, I am going to put a little notch in there with my circle punch, if I can find my circle punch. Oh, here it is. All right, so I'm going to take this and I will go ahead and just go about a third of the way, I guess, and then go ahead and make sure it's kind of centered in there and punch that out. Once I get it punched out, first of all, this feels like it's not sticking very well back here. Anyways, I'll go back and glue things better when I go through the book later, when it's all said and done. But for now, I'll do that. All right. I have lost so many pins for my glue in this room, and it's probably in the carpet, and I'm probably going to step on them one of these days. I hope not, but... Alright, then I go around and I go ahead and ink the edge of where I just clipped it to make that notch, so that you can just see it that much better. Okay. Alright, just like that. I think I'm going to make this a little darker because I like it that way. I like it darker. Okay. Alright, you guys, I think that's good for today. I will try to work in this book off and on camera so you guys can see the progress. But I hope you enjoyed this session, and I hope you learned something new, something you can use and I will see you later. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Bye.